Welcome to the Stars Podcast. I'm your host Rahul, and we're at the end. 104 matches, all done, and Spain are the champions. With me to discuss, as usual, we have our boys Avi and Saktesh.
Hola.
How's it going, guys?
Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola.
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
It's finally over.
We're running on adrenaline at the moment.
Yeah.
2 hours, 3 hours of sleep.
And a
But
lot
yeah,
of coffee.
Did you manage?
Yeah, a lot
did you
of
manage to
coffee.
sleep?
A couple hours after the
A
game.
couple of hours,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same.
About
yeah.
2-3 hours. That's
Trying to
it.
digest what we saw
Yeah.
or lack of what we saw.
Did you manage to stay awake during the game?
Sorry?
Did you manage to stay awake during the game?
Was
Yeah.
trying
We're
hard.
trying hard.
Right. So, I guess we'll just start with the game before that first, because we had one more game which we all dismissed initially as who wants to play the third place final, like playoffs, right? But to be fair, that game was way more entertaining.
You mean the real final?
Yeah, the real
France-England.
final.
That's the real final.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6-4 scoreline. That's a final.
like 10 goals. God.
What a game that was.
Like okay.
I
let's
think
talk
one of
about
the things we talked about before was how you don't usually remember who finishes third. This one is going to be remembered for a while. It was I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
For the neutrals, I think it was good entertainment value with the number of goals and so on. But if you look at a footballing perspective, I think the gaffers would be disappointed. Defensively, both sides weren't doing very well, especially France. I was quite disappointed with Konate, Cherki, few of the players. Like, they were not committed during the game, and England capitalized on those spaces, those loose movements and so on. And usually third and fourth placing games are entertaining. You'll have lots of goals. This particular one is more of, let's just keep the fans happy and all that, but the coaches would be really angry that we allowed so many goals to go in. But yeah, it was a good game. And then I feel sad for Olise because he had a number of chances to actually equalize to make it 4-4, and I think the game would have been different.
He took it quite hardly
he
as
took
well.
it quite hardly as well.
He didn't score any in the World Cup, right?
Yeah, he didn't score any,
I don't
but he
know
got
how-
This is
we're
surprisingly.
surprised. He had 20 shots. He had 20 shots and not one scored, but he had 7 assists. So in that sense, I think he was really disappointed. And in the game, he had 2 really good chances, and I'm like, if it was the Olise in Bayern, that would have been in, right? So yeah.
But yeah, what a third. I think also added with it's England and France, like long
Long
not just
history,
in
yeah.
football, but the countries themselves as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship, I guess. But this one just made both sides go, yeah, that was a good game. Even a lot of France fans were
Yeah.
like, that was a good game. It was fun to watch, and
You
Yeah.
could see Mbappé smiling, and then when Saka scored the penalty, also Mbappe's reaction was quite telling. Like I'm finally this guy banished his demons in front of. I mean, when it comes to penalty during knockout games and all that. So, yeah, all in all, it was an entertaining game, and I saw lots of smiles also. So that's what football is all about.
As an Arsenal fan, I'm sure you were smiling as well. Like Rice scored, Saka scored.
My concern right now is, can that be replicated when the season starts? My concern is fitness right now. Yeah, Saka scored a hat-trick, and then Rice's goal was a perfectly placed goal. I mean, it was really good, but he was able to do so because of the amount of space given by the French defenders. But yeah, as an Arsenal fan, yes, I'm happy, but the concern is right now when the season starts, how are these players going to go? My real concern is Saliba, how long he's going to be out.
Do you think there is something between Saka and the coach though? Because he didn't start any of the games before that, right? Or was it purely like fitness?
I think it's purely fitness and tactical because Saka had an Achilles
injury before coming in, yeah.
But when Saka said that he could have played but he wasn't selected, I guess the coach was trying to preserve him, thinking that the game could go into extra time.
Yeah.
So that could be his reason. Like we mentioned, alluded almost a week ago that Tuchel should have done his tactics much better instead of going defensive. But they played in third and fourth. They won. They got the bronze and highest ever finish in a World Cup since 1966.
66, yeah.
Yeah, in foreign soil.
yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
outside of.
Outside of England.
So, but let's touch on the boys in blue then. Even though they lost, Kylian Mbappé still managed to get his record, right? He's got 2 goals. He's now the top scorer,
Top scorer.
Golden Boot.
Total, how many goals is?
22.
Yeah. He got 10 in this tournament.
This tournament 10,
10,
overall 22.
So So talk a bit about him. Like
And another maybe 2 more World Cups you can go for.
Another
Maybe,
two more cycles
maybe.
lah.
Yeah.
I mean, that record is going to be his for some
For a long
time.
time.
A while.
For a
Yeah.
long time.
Given how he is and
Yeah, and given how they keep adding more games, like he's going to have more chances too.
You're already anticipating 64,
yeah. I mean, partly of records being broken this World Cup is the addition of games, but we obviously wouldn't see a reduction in numbers of World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing we are somewhat hoping we don't see an addition as well. But if it's the same number again, it's definitely going to go more. But like you said, it's going to be Mbappe's for a while, I feel.
Speaking about Kylian, I'm going to put this on record. He is a World Cup great.
Yeah,
He is a World Cup great. I mean, people are going to say Messi this and no. It's Kylian. The number of goals he scored, the tournament he won in 2018, and he has another chance to win another tournament.
Kylian,
and Zidane is going to be
Kylian
the
dictator
coach.
starts playing in the background.
And Zidane is going to be the coach. And I believe the team is going to be better in terms of the way they attack as a team. Right now, they're devastating. I think under Zidane, it'll be even more
Deadly.
So, yeah, I want to watch. And I think Kylian, we are living in Kylian's world now, right now. Yeah.
That's the dictator. I think that's one of my favorite things from the World Cup also.
The music, is it?
How the music and how that character has become part of, the law of Kylian Mbappé.
yeah, the memes were fully flowing throughout this whole tournament.
I love it.
Like,
I
there
genuinely
was
love
Haaland,
it.
there was Mbappé.
Yeah, it was funny,
fun.
but some were also toxic.
Yeah, there's obviously a limit to it.
Yeah,
like,
there's a
you
limit to
joke
it,
about it and all, it's fun and games, but
Actually, I hope somebody will ask Mbappe whether he knows about these memes or not, and how does it feel to be called a Mac dictator and all that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just hope he focuses on the pitch. Like,
I
he
think
doesn't
he
need
does.
to bother
Yeah.
about all
I
this.
think now he'll focus on what needs to be done in Real, especially the new coach, and there's one title that he still wants to win, which is the Champions League.
Yep.
So
All right.
if he's able to do that,
I mean, he is a great. Like, there is no denying.
no
that.
denying.
There's definitely not. So let's move on to the final now. But as the controversy was before the final about the halftime show and how long that was going to be, let's just start there. What did you guys think of it? Did you have fun watching it?
No, not
you guys
really.
Bieber fans, believers? No?
The only fun part for me, I mean, okay, it was fine, but
Sorry to interject. You know what made me happy? Not even the halftime show. Beyonce.
yeah,
That's
and
it.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, and no, Beyonce.
But after that, I like that. After that, they were just having Jay-Z playing in the background. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to have. But overall, it's like Shakira part was fine because it was a World Cup thing
World Cup
and it
thing.
was the vibe.
It was kind of linked to it.
And then the message of love there that I thought was okay. Was
Sure, but
nice,
I felt I
Too
was
long.
no when the love thing came out, I looked at it and went kind of hypocritical from FIFA, but sure. And given the whole thing about everything in the World Cup, I'm like maybe a
how
bit-
Iran was treated, how are some teams were
a lot
treated.
of things.
And suddenly I would always say love, unity and all that. I'm like, yeah.
It
But for the
just-
kids, I appreciate
Sure,
it.
it just felt, but everything else, in all honesty, if this was a halftime show where it usually is in the Super Bowl or anything like that, fine, no issue. For football, it felt a bit out of place. That's all. It's fine as a show on its own, but putting it into a World Cup felt a bit out of place. But at the same time, you can also just kind of brush it off, being like, this is the host culture. How sports in the US is, it's all about fanfare, commercials, and all these kind of things. If you're gonna have vuvuzelas in South Africa and every country's thing in their thing, this is them having their own flair in it. Do I want to see it again? Probably not. No.
I mean, it's commercialized.
Yeah.
Super commercialized. That we have to agree.
Maybe just like if Shakira makes the official World Cup song, perform that,
At the start of the game.
and
Before
then
everything
and then,
starts.
yeah,
call it
That's
good.
what I
Yeah.
would think.
But they
Because
wanted
halftime
to,
just makes it very.
And it was almost half an hour. Like
Is
they said it was about 70
was
minutes,
longer
but because they
than the
needed to
usual.
bring the thing on the field and then take it off, like it took some time.
Yeah.
everything is being done because of the ticket prices. They want to add more entertainment and all that, which I feel like it's stupid lah.
No.
To be
I-
be-
No.
to be
I mean,
brutally honest about it, and for footballing reasons also, I pity the players because
It's a long break.
yeah, it's a long break. 15 minutes is perfect.
Or added
coaches
with
would usually
hydration
talk for-
breaks
yeah,
already,
already, yeah.
it's always stop start.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like usually coaches will take about 5 to 10 minutes to talk, and then the 5 minutes players will settle down,
Yeah.
change
Talk
their
among
clothes,
themselves
talk
also
among
to
get in the
themselves,
mood.
motivate themselves.
Yeah,
But this is more like, is it going to be done? What's happening? What is happening?
Yeah.
Is it going to be over? Players are going to have those kind of questions, and it will affect their performance actually. Because one has to know that football is not only physical technique, but it's also mental.
Yeah.
So when you are impacting that, it's going to. I hope the players will have a say after this, saying that I don't want this anymore.
I felt it's fine
Yeah.
if you again put it in its usual environment, which is like the Super Bowl. American football is a game that start stop. There are intervals, so the pace of the game is very different. To have a halftime show, it flows well.
Yeah.
Granted, the final wasn't super exciting in the first half, but imagine if this was like
But I
England France playing in the
Yeah,
final.
it will not.
That
suit football
halftime
at
show
all,
would have
yeah.
annoyed a lot of people
people.
because we just watched 4-0 from England and then you're making us watch this. Yeah.
But
But
if you want to do halftime shows, just keep it 10 minutes. Enough.
Yeah.
Sure.
Enough.
Yeah.
Like just have two people.
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
you're
enough.
not against the show to have a show.
Yeah, you
Just
can have a show,
don't
but
change
don't.
the rules
yeah.
in a
I
way.
mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely done for commercial reasons. Like,
Yeah.
it's for
Yeah.
neutral fans who don't want to watch
Correct.
the football. Another incentive
And you
for
had
them
an
to come,
opening
but-
show and a
yeah.
closing show, so there's 3 shows in between.
Also, the game started 5 minutes late because
Yeah.
of the hyping. I do not know why why it was there.
I mean, Tom
Was
Cruise
unnecessary.
needed to be there, man.
American sports, it's yeah.
They're the host nation, so they can do
Yeah.
whatever they want. Now we can't complain, I guess.
Okay, so let's move on to the actual game now. Like, how did you find it? Because personally, I found it very underwhelming. I thought Argentina were too passive. They barely attacked. They barely did anything. They were not.
I
They
think
look clueless, basically.
everyone will let out a collective sigh when you ask them how was the final. It's like, yeah, that was it was a final, I guess. Nothing to. The only things to highlight and note back is the lack of effort from Argentina. For me, it's like lasered into my brain of seeing the stats. Spain with 12 shots on target and 11 shots or whatever.
It went up to 20.
20.
Yeah.
At that point, and then Argentina had 0.
Zero. Yeah.
21, I think. 21. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't
Even if it was like 4 shots on target, 3 or whatever,
Like, I mean,
2-0.
like at least something, right? Like,
That's terrible.
Okay, for me personally, Argentina, the path was there towards greatness. You're already in a final, right?
Mm.
You have one of the best, not one of the best, the greatest player of all time there. You already said you're going to deliver it for him. We're going to do this for Leo. We're going to do this for Leo. What do?
he
Nothing.
was left stranded.
He was left stranded.
Yeah.
It was passive, and I also have to blame Scaloni
For the choices.
for the choices he made, especially with the substitutions.
Mm.
Okay, and the game changer for me was Lisandro Martinez. The moment he left, the moment he got out injured, I think it was a quadriceps injury, I'm not too sure what it was, the game changed. Everybody talks about he's just a centre back. No, he's more than that. He plays from the back, he gets the team
Yeah.
moving, and he's very determined. Like, he always goes in 100%. He does not manage his... Like, some top players, they know that if I want to play longer, I have to maintain at this level, at that level. But Lisandro is not that player at all. That's why you could see he was crying, because he literally wanted to do something for his country, and losing him was a blow, right? And he was the game changer. And I don't understand why you brought in Otamendi when you have Senesi, a younger centre back. Otamendi is going to get in your face, going to rile you up. You don't want that kind of play. You need some form of calming presence. And then you brought in a left back as a centre back in the second half. I was wondering why. Why aren't you playing Senesi? Lautaro,
Yeah,
a
Lautaro-
game changer. He
I thought
wasn't
he was
there.
going to be subbed on, but
Yeah.
I don't think he
They
was.
showed,
right?
they showed
Yeah.
him warming up, and then
Yeah,
Then
then
you
they not disappeared. They decided to say, "Hey, let's go defensive."
But
And then you have and then Leandro Paredes. What on earth was he doing? He had a really good tournament. That particular game, I was wondering what went into.
he's gonna be remembered just for this. to be fair.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Why did he choose violence?
But I feel like in contrast to that,
Hmm.
and when Spain had their goal disallowed, I think a lot of people felt that should have been a goal. Granted, yes, there was a challenge.
I mean, there was a
disagreement.
stomp on his feet.
There was.
Yeah, it was.
Another thing is how Spain reacted. I really expected them to be like, we're not going to continue playing until you look at the VAR or make a big protest, but they just immediately got back into attacking. That was like, I was like, wow, that's really strong mentality,
That
because
is
no player
correct.
stood and went and argued. They just said no goal. Okay, we go.
Arguments were there. The bench were
Yeah.
arguing and so on. But I think in this case, I have to credit Luis de la Fuente. I think he told I believe he would have told this to his players. Be patient. Our
Yeah.
time will come. Be patient. Our time will come.
They had
The
maturity on the
football
pitch.
is on our side. We are going to do something. Don't worry. If they're going to be aggressive, let them be. You just play your football. And they did just that.
Yeah.
They did just that.
Yeah.
And I was so happy for Ferran Torres.
Yeah,
Which
for
we'll
him.
talk later, I guess. a little more.
But I mean, even before the goal, everyone could feel a goal was coming
Yep.
for Spain. Not-
Exactly.
like there was so many chances that Martinez was just
Credit
blocking
to
left,
Emi
right.
Martinez
Yeah.
also. He made save
lot.
after
Super
save.
saves. 11 or 12, I think.
I saw a
Yeah.
stat that he made more saves in this game than the Spain goalkeeper did the whole tournament.
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Unai Simon was
Yeah.
quite chilling, like, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, but
Unai
he
Simon
was quite
didn't-
dominant in his own way.
Yes.
in his own way. He was coming out of his box, trying to, cut in interceptions. and all
Emi
that,
Martinez made it less worse for Argentina.
Yeah. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
1-0 is it's merciful for Argentina,
Correct.
given how they played.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like if a goal had gone in earlier in the game, Argentina would have played a lot differently. Because once the goal actually went
They would
in,
have turned-
they started attacking.
Yeah.
They
Like
started
Messi,
exactly.
a switch went off in Messi's head and
But
he
it
just
was, like,
suddenly wanted to
too
play.
late.
Yeah.
It
No,
was
I
too
pity Messi also because in the first half he was coming down trying to get the ball. I remembered him looking at the midfielders asking them, "Why are you being so passive? Play forward. Why do you need to turn back? We are here to play a final, right?" So we could see that he was really angry, and then, but his reaction towards the end, when he sat down,
Yeah.
it felt like I've completed everything. I've done my best. I'm just gonna enjoy this
Yeah.
moment.
It wasn't
Yeah.
of like
But
He was emotional,
yeah.
but he was like, "Wow, I've done all this in my life."
Yeah.
That kind of feeling.
But I thought the one where he tried to get Cucurella sent off was a bit much. Right?
Cuckoo,
It was
yeah.
like Cucurella was like involuntarily just put his hand up and
Yeah,
went
it's
down.
like I think Cucurella was like, "Oh, okay,
oh, no, I'm not supposed
And
to
he
do
didn't
that.
even cover
Yeah.
like so much. He just like had but it was just one of those like
It felt like kids in school would be like, teacher, he's
Look,
exactly.
Like,
That's but Messi was trying to take his opportunity, and I get referee was good.
yeah. Referee was
Good.
Didn't leave any room for anyone
Yeah,
to be
he
like,
was
oh,
good.
that's not. The one thing I felt like it was just that disallowed goal. I think there was a VR review, but
Yeah.
there was contact though. So
but I think they should have put it up for people to see it because a lot of viewers we didn't get to see the VR review of them looking it
Or
back,
he could have announced to the crowd.
which was
this
I felt like
happened. Yeah.
such a crucial moment. You kind of brush it out under, but again, credit to Spain
Credit to
because they
Spain,
also
yeah.
just like forget it. Let's
yeah.
keep going.
Spain's football was good.
They knew
They knew what they were doing.
the ball was in their
And
they
also
had
the
it.
fact that they brought in Nico and all that.
Shout out Nico Williams.
Yeah,
His
Nico
assist,
Williams.
his
did very well.
assist
His
was-
assist. Good.
Like very, very,
Nico Williams,
very
yeah.
smart in that kind of position, like to do that. Like, yeah. So let's talk about Ferran Torres then.
Oh,
Like,
what a player.
I mean, even before his goal, he had a few chances where he
Correct.
came close and he was trying. He had one disallowed for offside after that as well. Like, he seemed on it and he seemed to have what Argentina were lacking, basically.
I've been following him since his days in Manchester City, and then after that he moved to Barcelona. When he went to Barcelona, he had depression because he could not score goals regularly. But he's a very good player. His movement, his awareness, his sharpness up front is superb. But the goals weren't coming. And for any striker, it's going to hit you. Like, what else am I supposed to do to get the goals? Sometimes people say it's composure, it's clarity and so on. When he came on, I actually told one of my friends, is he going to score? Is he the player that's going to bring Spain the title? When he scored, I was emotional because of what he went through as a player. And I felt that that was his moment to say that, hey, after this, I'm going to keep scoring goals regularly. He was good. He was trying really hard. His combination with Nico Williams, with Lamine was brilliant. So, shout out to him. He deserves that moment. And I hope he gets even better when he rejoins Barcelona during pre-season and also during the season, because now they don't have Robert Lewandowski. So they need a striker to turn up. And I think Ferran should take that opportunity to say that, hey, I will be your number 9.
I was just happy
number
that
eight, number
it was
seven.
Nico Williams who gave the assist.
Yeah.
So I mean, granted, it was sort of a block from Emi Martinez, but before that, it was Nico Williams' shot after he was trying really
he was
hard.
trying
The goal that was disallowed was his, right? Did he-
it was his
it
goal,
was
it
Nico
his
Williams.
goal, it was his goal.
And Spain's last few attacks was just you could see the desperation in them.
Even Ferran also, when he scored that second goal, his second goal which was disallowed. At that moment, I was like, finesse the ball, show that you can be a poacher, and he did that very well. And it was close,
Yeah, it was offside by
very close.
It's like he had all the weight just not
Yeah,
on his
just-
shoulder.
yeah.
Like he was like playing normal Sunday football.
Sunday
like,
football, or some
Yeah.
Taman football, or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I was happy for him, lah. Brilliant.
So Rodri got the best player of the tournament, right?
Mhm.
So do you think he deserves it, or is it just because Spain
No,
won?
he deserves it.
Yeah, I think
He deserves it. You know why? Because I just had this thought. Leo had an impact, but in terms of consistency, in terms of driving the team forward, in terms of maintaining a tempo, Rodri has been doing it throughout the tournament. So he deserves it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's a recognition for midfielders, lah. You know, we're beginning to value their role in a football game.
Yeah.
I think Messi also would agree that he deserves that award, lah.
Yeah, despite not having any goals in assists, he showed like he can
Yeah.
still control
Yeah.
the game
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
deep. So like, okay, some quick fire questions. Okay, like you are deciding. Okay, best young player of the tournament.
Kubarsi, hands
Same.
down.
Alongside Lamine Yamal. Alongside.
For
But
me, it's
Pau.
Kubarsi.
But yeah, Pau.
Kubarsi. You know why? Because I'm a defender and I don't care. I want him to win.
But he did well.
He did well.
Okay, best goalkeeper.
Wolinia and Simon.
Volinia.
Yeah.
Volinia safe in that first game. Oh, it's still in my
Yeah.
eye.
Wolinia and Simon also.
Yeah, you know, Volinia. I would say Volinia lah. Volinia.
Okay, while we on the topic of goalkeepers, best save.
Diego Costa. Double save. Against Spain. Yeah.
Volinia safe against Spain in the 0-0 draw,
Yeah.
where he's airborne.
Yeah.
Best goal.
Oh, Sydney.
Sydney Cabral,
Yeah.
Cape Verde.
For sure. Yeah.
But another goal that I really like was Haiti's Wilson Isidore against Morocco. What a goal! What a whack!
I think Sydney's one just because of what it meant to Cabo Verde. That was
what
just-
it meant to
yeah.
Cabo Verde and what it meant to him.
Him. Yeah.
And let's take the trophy out of the equation. Best team.
Spain.
Saktesh?
After the final, yeah, Spain. If it wasn't included in the final, I'll still go France.
Honourable
Minus the semi-final game.
Honourable mention is Cabo Verde.
Yeah.
They did well.
I think they're the people's champion.
People's
Yes,
champion, exactly.
definitely.
Yeah.
So guys, how would you sum up the World Cup? Can be one word or one sentence if it's easy.
I think one thing we've always still repeated is all the underdog stories, like you just mentioned, like Cabo Verde or Volinia and all that. But it's, I think, I like how every team's journey was very different. Some, even though you don't make it out of the group stage, you're happy because you take Cabo Verde, you take all the smaller ones. Like Cabo Verde made it out, but look at Norway. Going back, full smiles. But then you have teams who go out the next stage are full tears. So everyone's there for different reasons, and I guess the bar for every team is different. But I like seeing how a loss going out doesn't mean it's over. It's a celebration of something. Like Norway is a good example. Cabo Verde is another good example. Just because they're out, it's a start of something. And barring all the other chaotic stuff in the World Cup, that's the takeaway I would like to remember. Yeah.
I would like to say that players and coaches, how vocal they are, how unified they are in their voice against cruelty, against unfairness, and especially the treatment of certain teams in the tournament, officiating. That shows that these people are willing to go out there, willing to risk a fine to ensure that the sanctity of the game is preserved. And I think more needs to be done everywhere around the world, including Malaysia. I personally feel that at the end of the day, the football assets are the players, coaches and the fans. Yes, the elites will say we have the money, we have this, we have that, we have the infrastructure and so on, we provide this and that. But why are you providing that? Who is your asset? You have to focus on them. And I think that this World Cup has shown that. You see, when Trump went to the dais, he was booed. They just went about with their business. Sorry, what did you say?
No, I think like the moment of the tournament was when Trump tried to stay on while Rodri lifted the
I was
trophy,
expecting that to happen.
And Rodri just like
You remember what happened
him
with
aside,
Chelsea, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
was low-key expecting it to happen, and it did.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
it happened.
but credit to Rodri though. He told Trump to move off. Like,
But
because it was their moment,
Yeah.
and I think this elites, especially even I think Infantino now would realize that voices are getting louder.
I think to see Trump standing there and then Infantino try to constantly move him away, and then he's laughing in awkwardness. Yeah, put it hanging up in the museum, man. That's
sums up his
laughable.
tournament.
Oh,
Sums
that's
up
laughable.
Infantino's tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that sense, I think the assets are beginning to make their noise, and it should be louder. It should be intensified, and it should happen everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, when Spain won, everybody said that they are with Palestine. They want to free Palestine and all that. Those narratives are, to me, is nice to watch, and I hope it continues not just in the World Cup but in every tournament, in every football tournament.
Yes. Okay. So on that note, I think we can wrap this up. And thank you as always for joining me here and Chayin, our other hosts. And
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yeah, you were putting up with
Because
us for how
we
many
had a
episodes?
we had a long list of guests, and like we always chose you guys because you guys have
thanks
the
to
best
everyone for
inputs.
being on.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you for everyone.
Yeah,
being on
thanks
here.
everyone for the support as well. We hope you had a good month full of football, and continue enjoying the game, and we will join you at the next big tournament. This has been Rahul, and this is Sportscast. Thank you.